Imagine being a parent in the 1800s. Your child wakes up with a sore throat. You think it's just a cold. But within days, the child struggles to breathe. A strange gray membrane begins covering the throat. And suddenly, a simple infection becomes a fight for life. This was diphtheria, one of the most feared childhood diseases in history. And before doctors understood what was happening, thousands of children were dying every year. Diphtheria wasn't a new disease. Ancient physicians had described illnesses that may have resembled it. But for centuries, nobody understood its true cause. Then, in the 1800s, outbreaks began terrifying communities across Europe and North America. The disease often began innocently: a fever, a sore throat, weakness. But then, something horrifying happened. A thick, grayish-white layer could form inside the throat. It could make swallowing extremely painful, and in severe cases, block the airway. Parents could watch their children become dangerously ill in only a matter of days. Diphtheria became especially notorious because it attacked children. Entire families could be affected. Schools became places where infections could spread rapidly, and doctors had very few effective treatments. There were no modern antibiotics, no intensive care units, no advanced airway equipment, and no vaccine. Doctors could sometimes try to keep the airway open, but even successful treatment was difficult. The most terrifying part? A child could appear relatively well, and then suddenly deteriorate. Then came a breakthrough. Scientists discovered that diphtheria wasn't simply caused by something physically blocking the throat. The bacterium responsible was Corynebacterium diphtheriae, but the real danger was something it produced: a powerful toxin. That toxin could damage tissues and, in severe cases, affect the heart and nervous system. Suddenly, doctors had a new target: not just the symptoms, but the toxin itself. In the late 19th century, researchers developed diphtheria antitoxin. It was a revolutionary step. For the first time, medicine had a treatment specifically designed to neutralize the toxin. But there was one crucial lesson: the earlier it was given, the better. Then medicine achieved something even more powerful: prevention. Scientists developed diphtheria vaccines that trained the immune system to fight the toxin before the disease could cause catastrophic damage. Mass vaccination transformed the story. A disease that once terrified parents became increasingly rare in countries with strong vaccination programs. But diphtheria never completely disappeared from the world. When vaccination rates fall, outbreaks can return. And that makes diphtheria more than just an old chapter in medical history. It is a reminder of how quickly forgotten diseases can become dangerous again. For generations, diphtheria was one of the diseases parents feared most. A sore throat could become a medical emergency. A child could go from playing normally to struggling for every breath. But science changed the story. Researchers identified the bacterium. They discovered the toxin. Doctors developed antitoxin. And vaccines gave humanity something even better: a way to prevent the disease before it could strike. Diphtheria's history is not simply a story about death. It's a story about how understanding a disease can turn fear into prevention. And sometimes, the greatest medical victory isn't curing a disease. It's making sure the next generation never has to fear it.